Welcome, Dirty Peasants, to episode 97 of Wartwood Gazette, the Amphibia podcast. This week, we'll be doing our Amphibia Season 2 tier list. I'm your host, Limbaticon, and joining me today we have Impact
Yo, what's good, everybody?
and Nick. Nick is eating dinner. Anyways, thanks guys for coming on. Once again, we are we are showing our faces again, just because this is a special recording. So, news this week. We did get news about a kind of like a crossover collection from Studio Bad Egg. There's more info on Kickstarter. It's called the Multiverse Collection. So again, this is by Studio Bad Egg, and from what I can tell, it's like a bunch of like merchandise, artwork, and just a bunch of fun
Indies.
like drawings and
Thank you.
illustrations that kind of like crossover between the three shows: Amphibia, Gravity Falls, The Owl House. All the creators seem to be involved in some capacity. We don't really know
I,
how yet,
yeah.
but yeah, once that comes out, Kickstarter is set to launch October 5th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So once that launches, we'll see what I guess the Kickstarter goals might be. So looking
They've
forward to that.
announced a few things. I know like the Ford figurine they showed, I think has like an infinity mirror to it or something. That's one of the stretch goals. And then I think like Darcy is another stretch goal too. They're gonna announce it more in detail, but there's like a few previews they showed on like Instagram and stuff. So
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay. So aside from that, there hasn't been any other news between like the 2 weeks we've been between the season 1 tier list and the season 2 tier list now. So we'll get right into the tier list ranking. So as you can see on the left side of the screen, we have all the season 2 episodes, and hidden away we have the season 1 rankings. We did rank season 1. We're planning to rank season 2 and 3 separately, and then we'll have one recording just kind of putting it all together.
Smash them together.
hmm
Yep.
So the views on this podcast, whatever rankings you see, are definitive, just because based on our extensive knowledge and expertise, anything that's decided here is 100% correct. Any disagreements means you're just not as well versed in amphibia culture as we are, and piss off. So
Okay.
keep
Hey, he said that, not me.
it's all
Okay.
you can blame me all you want. It's fine. Um,
It's his responsibility.
so as you can see, there's a S A B C D F tier. Now I don't think there's an episode in Amphibia I hate. So I just want to disclaim, like, even though we put an episode on D tier or F tier, it doesn't mean we think it's just like we don't think it's like a bad episode of television. We just think it's like a not as strong episode of Amphibia. Like, we have like a standard for Amphibia, and if an episode's like D or F, it's not because it's like unwatchable. It's just that it's not, we don't consider it as good as a standard Amphibia episode, such as like B or C tier. So if you see B, it's like standard Amphibia episode, pretty great. C tier is standard Amphibia episode, could have been a bit better. That's generally how our rankings work out. So just to give like context to the viewer before you take out the pitchforks. You'll still need them, but that's just our reasoning. At the end of all of our recording, like once we have all the episodes sorted and ranked, each of us kind of has our own veto that we can just decide what episode goes where, and the rest of us can't challenge that. But we're probably going to be using that up once we see everything on the board. So, Impact and Nick, are you guys ready?
Good to go.
I'm ready.
All right. So, starting off, Handy Ann. I think this is high A.
Yeah, I agree. It's very good.
I like Handy Ann. I
Oh,
don't know if it's. I think it. I have to think about it when we get to new normal. I think A is pretty fair. I would give it B though. I feel like B makes more sense than A. I don't know. I like Handy Ann a lot. I think it sets up the season pretty well. It's not necessarily like. I think the tone of the show gets set up a little more later. But you get the kind of vibe and gist of like the entire season pretty well. So if you guys want to put it in A, I don't mind it, but I would put it like low A and not high A. At least for now. We'll see how the everything pans out. But yeah.
Okay. The reason I would put it at least in A is just because I do think it's the strongest season premiere opening. I do think it kind of sets up the status quo pretty nicely. Like the switch between going out of
Yeah,
Wartwood.
okay.
And
yep.
granted, like even though Handy Ann isn't them leaving the leaving Wartwood at the end of the segment, even though that happens at the end, I still think that like getting ready to transition us out of that, I think was done very well. Like it's it's setting us up for the new status quo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It makes more sense to me now. I don't know. I guess like this ranking of this episode is going to be interesting once we do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
Nick, do you have any comments before I put Handy Ann in A?
I mean, I pretty much agree with everything you just said. I think, just add it. Yeah, definitely just the best season opener. I really do like how I think, aware of the fandom's feeling at the time it was, right? Because I think, we spent like an entire season in Warwood. We kept on teasing this idea of going outside of Warwood and just, things being just bigger things being outside of it. So to have so to instantly kick things open, just reflecting on what happened in the previous season and just the possibility of this big grand adventure. Like, I think this is an episode that just did everything right. So I'm telling myself, just A, because I know the finales and the big 22 minutes, those are probably going to be the S tiers, but this belongs in A, just in my opinion.
All right, I put in A. Next, we have Fort in the Road. Now, I was actually thinking like high B, but like Impact is making me think like because
Oh,
because Handy Ann was like transitioning us into the status quo. Fort in the Road is the new status quo. So I think,
Yeah.
and just that like the revelation of like post apocalyptic or post industrialized dystopian world, that was such a great hook for me, and especially like Frobo just like emerging from the rubble, like
yeah.
strong ending. Like I gotta go with A. I'm not sure if it's. I would say it's on par with Handy Ann.
Oh, I mean,
I disagree with that.
oh,
Okay. Like
oh,
for me, like
the tremors.
I think you're right. The ending is great, but I feel like that's the only part of this episode. Like I feel like the beginning half of it is kind of it's fun. I like it, but like it's nothing crazy. Like it's the end. It's the near the end when we get to the factory where things really get interesting for this episode to me. So I feel like I don't know. I like the conflict Hot Pop has, like trying to follow the rules and stuff. That's interesting, but I don't feel like it goes anywhere till the end of the episode. Like the beginning of it, kind of like we're just kind of waiting we get to that part. So I don't know. I think it's a strong like hook for the rest of the season, but I feel like I feel like it deserves a B just because the rest of the start of the episode just isn't as strong as the end. It's not as cohesive together, I think, as other episodes are gonna be later. So I'm thinking B for this one.
Okay, that is true. Yeah, that ending was strong for me, but like now thinking about the earlier part, it's like them just like passing by stuff. It's yeah, I wouldn't mind putting it. I put it high B. I don't know. It just depends on how the other.
I, I think we'll just B for now,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think
we'll
Yeah.
I'm
figure
a
it
B for
out.
now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's just say B. That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
The Ballad of Hopodie Planter. Now, like I'm a Hop Hop fan and I really like this episode, but I would still think it's like solid B episode.
Hey, maybe this is dang. I feel like season 2 just. I feel like yeah, because when I'm judging the episode, my mind just goes back to the beginning. I just love how much of a vibe it is. You know, the whole family's just chilling. Spriggs just like he's fiddling with his fiddle, right? Like it's nice and stuff. But damn, I don't know because I feel like that's the thing about season 2. I feel like season 2, it's like it feels like that they really figured things out with the vibe of the show, how they just like having the family bounce off each other, how they just like to keep things pleasant. I'm sorry that opening is very addictive, but I don't know. They're like the kind of I mean I hate to say it, but I think like the rest of the episode happens. I'm like and I don't hate it, but it's like I don't know. I don't think the story feels as unique as For the Road
Yeah.
and Handy Ann. I think it is. I think that's what's catching because I don't think it's on the same level as A and B. I don't think it's a bad episode. I don't think it's on the same levels as those other two episodes. So I'm gonna make this our first C. That's my take.
I agree. I agree. I
Sorry,
think
Tom. I'm so
That's right.
sorry.
yeah, like it's like it's okay, you know. But like I really don't have like I think the jokes in this episode, the one-off jokes, are really good. But like that's all I have to say with this
Damn.
episode. I think C is a fair placement for now.
Okay.
So
You guys both said
Oh, I
C, so
mean,
I'll put it in C. I'll take that. I'll take it.
damn. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's
Boy. Ah,
I got to pick my battles. And Hunter.
okay,
Like
it's good. It's quality.
yeah,
Peak fiction.
it's a
B.
good episode. Yeah, I think B and Hunter is like
It's pretty funny. I'm gonna say
it,
yeah. B.
it's funny. It's got the hallucination sprig. It's got that song too, which is funny.
It's
Like
called the Planner Hunting
this episode's
Dance.
just funny. And yes, that I was gonna say that because like yes, yeah, B is pretty fair for that episode.
Yeah. Agreed.
I might argue a little higher, maybe, but we'll see as we go along.
Sorry, that was my phone. Next we have Truck Stop Polly.
Fuck stop Polly.
Like I like this episode, but I'd probably say like C.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Because it is. I think I
It's
remember. I think us ranting, saying like, "Oh my god, this episode takes forever just to get going." You know what I mean? It's like 5 minutes of setup just for like a quick 5 minute story. Like which is again, if it was like a 22 minute show, I wouldn't give a dang. But it's like, yeah, it's like, come on, bro, you have like less than 11 minutes.
I think that's fun, but like I don't know. There isn't much else to it, and you know what? To be fair, I feel like Truck Stop Polly. I don't know. Maybe I would place it differently if this was like a season 1 tier list a little bit, just slightly higher,
Hmm.
maybe like maybe
Oh, really?
low, maybe yeah, because I feel like in season 1 this episode stands out slightly more than season 2. Like I don't know, because you don't get a lot of poly focused episodes in season 1, so it's nice at least season 2's given us something. You know what I mean? So I would comparison in that season, I think I would think about it differently. But here, like, not so much because we do get a lot more Polly, not specifically just with her, but like with just her bouncing off the cast more. That like this episode doesn't really stand out compared to the other ones, especially like when we get to like
Sorry,
Lost in Utopia. So
I just got back. So we're fine with doing Truck Stop Polly as C.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Next we have A Caravan Named Desire, another Hop Hop episode.
That's at least a B.
You go first.
At least a B.
Yeah, I was thinking A. I like this episode a lot. I wanted A for this one. Like,
well, you were ready to fight for this one. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. At least a B. Like, I think it's
at least
a
B. Yeah.
At least a B.
Really?
No,
this higher?
I'll say A. You know what? I think we're a little. I mean, we're being a little shy about it. I think I'm gonna go for what you're saying. I think it's an A because I'm thinking about it has like a bunch of iconic jokes. Again, like a lot of good hop pop moments in here. There's that whole musical number that's great too.
Yeah,
you know, the introduction.
Sorry, Nick, I cut you.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's like the introduction to that major theme of like every dream has a price. Like it's pretty great. Like a lot of damn good things going for it. So you know what? A, that's an A.
I want to hear what impacts it because I feel like I'm too biased as a Hop Hop fan.
I was thinking because Hop Pop's got a lot of good episodes this season. This one, we're kind of expanding his acting career, which plays a big part into his character.
Yeah, it's the first time it came back. Yeah,
the show. Yeah, and like we're also getting there's a lot of stuff for Hop Pop. I think Sprig's little like B plot is really funny.
Oh, the acting
and
joke,
trying to put the puzzle together is hilarious. That joke's really good. This episode's great, man. This deserves A tier. I don't know. I think B's too low for this one. I think is really fair. It expands Hop Pop really well too. Like
it's probably going to end up as low A, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, next.
A, I think it serves that spot.
Next we have Quarler's Pass. Now,
the fiction guy.
Okay. I think this is still like a solid episode. Like, because we didn't get Polly and Sprig kind of. This is the episode I kind of wanted out of Civil War in season 1. And I feel like Quarler's Pass is like what I was waiting for and got finally. Like, you have the siblings like bickering, like, and it kind of makes sense with just because they're on the flagon, so you get that like kind of like tension, just like everyone's all cooped up in that flagon for so long, and I think it's an appropriate episode for the new status quo, and I just like how it's like a Polly and Sprig focused episode that we don't really see that often, but something we should be getting.
Yeah.
It introduces the Olms, Lysel and Edwin.
That's true. Yep.
And yeah, I just think it's a solid episode. Like I want to say B.
B? That? Nick, what do you think about this episode?
It's another episode of a very iconic gag, you guys. Then let me think. How hard does that carry it for me? I mean, Sprig and Paul are very funny because I still remember that gag where. Yeah, I think it's where they're traveling Cora's Pass for the first time. They're just hitting each other, right? Like, do you guys remember? Like, they're just walking and they're just hitting each other the whole time, right? Didn't that happen?
Yeah, they're like slapping each other.
Yeah, slapping each other. It's very stupid and funny. Like that was a good gag. That was funny. Like, they really figured out the characters by that. I think. Again, I'm trying to convince myself to put on pizza. Again, Hop Up and they have that funny ass joke. Very iconic.
Oh, do you have a boyfriend at home? And then you also have the.
That is funny. That's true.
Just call me.
That's B. This is B tier. There's a lot of good jokes. Like I can't hate. This is B tier.
I would kind of put it ahead of Ann Hunter.
That's fair.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay.
Well,
wait.
Actually, no. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it after Ann Hunter for now.
Yeah, keep that in the back of you. I think I was thinking C, but okay, all right, fine. Like
he's like hold back on that little bro. Damn, hold back on that little bro. Damn.
Wait, no way. That's crazy.
Okay, up next we have Toadcatcher.
Oh, duh, S, obviously. There we go. Next question.
Whoa,
Next episode.
Whoa!
Keep going.
I don't know that. I mean, it's good. It's good.
I don't. Okay, I think if I want to be serious for a sec, like, so season 2 is a hard one because there's a lot of really good episodes that we're gonna get soon enough. So I think like I say just A, like high A. I think is fair for me. I can't put it lower than B, so like A is pretty fair for me.
I think
But
I'll
I'll
agree.
see.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth an A. I'll agree. I think it is worth an A, but I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I think A, but sorry, I'm a big Ann fan and a Hop Hop fan. I think A, but but the lowest for now.
No,
Nah,
I'm-
what?
I'm debating.
Nah,
I'm debating if it's better than Handy Ann or not.
Yeah, I would say it's better than Handy Ann. I would give it that.
Yet,
At least
like, it's really good
I think
characterization for Sasha
being upper A is fair. And Grime too.
and Grimes
And
as well.
Yunan.
Oh yeah, and introduction of Yunan, which this is kind of Yunan's peak
Yep.
in my opinion. But
First,
Agreed.
yeah,
I'm not. I
that's
agree.
fair.
high A.
That's fair.
Damn it, Thumb, you betrayed me.
Wait,
You
wait,
betrayed your own
we'll get to
cause.
Second Temple. Don't worry, relax.
Betrayed.
Swap and Sensibility. Anne and Wally episode
Ooh.
follow up.
That's pretty heat. That's heat.
Minimum
least a
B.
B.
Yeah, at least a
minimum.
B.
Maybe beneath
Yeah,
4 in the.
I think that's fair.
Maybe beneath 4 in a row. I think
Yeah.
beneath 4 in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Impact, you good with
Or
that?
maybe above it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like with this episode, I will say the one thing holding it back, I think the message, like at the end of the episode, doesn't quite land for me. Like Wally's dad just accepts him like after one thing and then that's it. Like that, I think that's the only weak part of this episode. Everything else is really good. So yeah, B for me.
All right.
Solid one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Wax Museum.
Um,
I'm either
yeah.
B or C for me.
C, really?
Like
I don't know.
like it's all right. No, like it's a really fun Gravity Falls homage episode. Like, okay, maybe I'm too harsh on it. I would say like B. I don't really care where.
It's not going in A, but like it's definitely not C though. B is pretty good right now. I think.
I'd put it ahead of Quarler's Pass.
Yeah, because
Nick, you've been very quiet.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, let me scope this out, you guys. I mean, I know I've got an infamous streak. You know, I'll put it above Carlos Pass, but I can't go further. You guys got to convince me. That it's better than Ant or something.
I'm not gonna.
Nah.
I'm fine with this.
That's a fair placement.
Okay, let's make this next one quick. Marcy at the Gates S tier.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
yep.
not,
All right. Okay.
It's not.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Scavenger Hunt.
A tier. A tier.
Is this the one with the? Oh, this is them looking for the clues for. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she feels,
yeah.
Where she feels stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid compared to Marcy.
A tier for me too. Like
Yeah.
I think this episode's really solid. Here's the thing about Scavenger Hunt. It introduces a lot more to the show than you think. Like it kind of like Marcy at the Gates introduces conflict for Anne and Marcy, but I feel like this one sets up a lot more problems for them later.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy is like not great at making friends or talking to people too much. Creates issues near the end of the show, and feeling like she's dumb and insignificant. But she ends up actually learning her talents later throughout this season. So like, and you have like the clues with Andreas, which kind of sets up a little bit of his characterization that ends up happening more in the next episode. But yeah, like A tier for sure. This is a sign for me.
I put it after Caravan Named Desire. You guys good with that?
Yeah, sounds good. Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
that's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next,
yeah, 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 yeah.
next we have the Planner's Check-In. I
That's
I
a
really
funny
like
episode.
I really like this episode. Like I don't like B or C for me.
I, I s- I say
Like we
B.
have so many in we have so many in B though. I'm
Actually,
like
Yeah, but that shouldn't
something's
stop
gotta
us.
give.
Like,
yeah, yeah, that's
I
true. Yeah,
know, I know. I just feel like okay, because the first few minutes of the episode like are super good,
Mhm.
and when we get to the Sprig stuff, that's also fun. Like
it's always
Sprig's part is not bad. It's
yeah.
it's fun. It's just like it's just not as good
Like
as the
the
first few
yeah
minutes of the episode.
the Andrews introduction is like A tier, but like the Sprig stuff is like low low B tier. So it's like
Yeah, I maybe just middle of B. That might be pretty fair. Just kind of average them out.
like right now it feels like Ann Hunter's like high B for me, and then like Planner's Check-In would be like B B.
In the middle.
Hmm.
That's fair. Okay.
Next we have Lost in Utopia. Like this, I like this episode. I feel like it's like the humor carries the episode for me, like a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
We had a lot more just Anne and Polly messing around, which is like huge plus. We needed more of that in season 1.
Hmm.
And it's really different from like what was it, Girl Time?
Yeah,
Has a very different vibe for that episode. So I honestly, Lost in Utopia is so good. I feel like A tier, man. I like this episode a lot. Like
okay, dang.
I
I
feel
thought I
like
was
that
going.
would be
Hey, let's go. And then let's go A tier then. I'm supporting this campaign. A tier, but I guess it's gonna be the lowest one.
yeah, I would put it the
Just
lowest.
that's fair. Okay.
Sprig gets schooled. I would say like
let's say
solid
C tier.
C tier.
Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
too
in the
crazy.
C tier too, man.
I'm not too crazy about this one. Oh, like I'm
Hold
like
on. I want to Thumb, I want to hear your thought, Thumb, because I'm thinking C right now.
Because
Like,
Sprig gets schooled kind of reminds me of Fiddle Me This. Just because it's like an episode where like Sprig kind of like has to be more responsible. Like he does it for the family. And just him suffering through college is just
so
like I do have like nostalgia for this episode because I think I just like I graduated from my undergrad just like a couple months before this episode aired, so I had that. I was drawn to this episode. I won't deny. Like to be honest, B or C. Like I'm not too. It's out of like.
I think
So what do you guys think? There's a reason why it's C tier for you guys. I feel like it's because like it's just not. Sprig is kind of just like going through the motions, I guess.
yeah, it not really feels like a big episode for him or the show. I think that's a big thing. I feel
Mhm.
like the humor in this episode still good. It's Amphibia. I mean, it's gonna be good, but like, it's just not as strong as I feel like as other episodes. I don't know. This episode never sticks in my mind. And also, a part of me also feels like this episode could have done a lot more world building for the rest of the show too, and it just doesn't. Like, especially since we have like an entire villain whose whole thing is that it's a bunch of geniuses like stuck into like a big brain that like I don't know. There's a part of me I wish this is a whole problem with the Utopia arc in general, where it's like I wish it connected a little more to the stuff later in the show with the
Mhm.
robots and stuff. But I feel like this episode really missed that. I'm not sure if that's a big flack on it, but I don't know. It just never really leaves anything at the end of it. So
Like I do feel that like Sprig at School is on the same level as like Truck Stop Polly and Ballad of Hoppity Planner, and they're all in C tier. So like I get it.
yeah,
I do think,
like
and I do like Hop Ballad of Hoppity Planner more than Sprig Gets Schooled, so I feel like I'd probably put it in between there and C. So I think Nick, since you and Impact were both
I
C,
think that's fair.
I'd probably put in C.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think definitely above. Dang, 3. I'm just looking at that. Hop, Sprig, and Polyarn. Jeez. Rest in peace.
Don't say that.
Dang.
we still got half a season to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's true.
Little Frogtown, like minimum B.
That's
That's
an A
bad.
for me.
That's
Oh,
A for me.
Minimum
A.
B.
No,
That's A for me.
I said
what?
no, I said at least B for me.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like it more than Lost in Utopia. It's all about change, like him and Sal, like and like the planet, like the kids in that arcade thing, just the line
It's
butting
hilarious.
gag.
That's so good.
Do we think it's better than A Caravan Named Desire? No, I think Caravan Named Desire is more.
That's actually a tough one. I feel like
I feel like Frogtown had a better, like, stronger message. It's like they weren't just like, oh, like you're living in the past. The past is over. You're in the future now. Like, it was
yeah,
very. It
I
was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I know what you're probably gonna say though.
oh yeah, I think the ending message is better, and I feel like I don't know. This episode also has its own like the noir, like black and white stuff with it was nice too. Like yeah, like this episode has its own style to it. It naturally connects to the themes of the show really well. I think also the jokes are great. Yeah, I think it should be above Caravan Named Desire. Like around that area is pretty good.
Yeah, I think the message for people who don't remember is like, oh, like you're kind of like you can't live in the past, but like if you accept like kind of like the future, you can like bring a piece of the past with you. So I just thought that was a very like profound thing. But okay, next. Hopping Mall. Like
Shopping mall is. It's either. I feel like I need to put this. I think we need to put this in S tier, yo. I feel like it deserves it. I like. I know the ending is the biggest part of this episode, but like, I don't know, man. Like, it feels weird to put it in A. I think it deserves S.
I feel like I wouldn't call
my
it S
opinion.
just because I feel like it's like a high B episode and then like an S tier ending.
Yeah, there we go.
So I think
Okay.
I'm
That's fair.
I would put it at A. I don't know where, but like at least
Maybe
mid A or high A.
really.
I would honestly.
Oh,
I would
I'm
put
lowest an A. Like I
Lowest
Like,
A?
lowest an A.
Like
I gotta be the one to say it.
whoa,
Gotta be the one to say it.
I think it's better than like
What? Hold on.
because it's like about Anne trying to get something for her mom, and like we've seen her like the way she talks about like it's got to be mid A.
Mid A. I don't know, man.
What-
I feel like
Like I do think Toadcatcher is
I
like
feel like
overall
I
a
don't
very
know.
like strong A episode throughout.
Yeah. Like there's it's fine. All right, mid A. I feel like that's one of those we're gonna have to change later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
figure it
all right,
out.
mid A. Yeah. Now this one I don't.
The
This
sleepover
is
to
a
end all
hard one, too.
sleepovers, like this is like high A
A.
or low
High
S.
A.
This is A. Yeah.
Angry
But
high.
like, wait, hold on. We're putting this episode in. Wait a minute.
Okay,
So we're
okay.
gonna put
Wait, listen. Okay, we'll put.
this in low S, but not Hopping Mall in S. Hold on. Now.
Okay,
Wait a
that's
minute.
Oh, it's the whole thing. It's all a banger.
okay.
All around, man.
I feel like okay. I'm gonna say right now. I think sleepover to end all sleepovers, high A, higher than Toadcatcher, and then Day at the Aquarium would be low S.
I can agree.
You good, Impact?
Exactly.
I'm thinking because I'm like, I like Day at the Aquarium, But I like Sleepover the End All Sleepovers more than that episode. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm like, if we can put Sleepover End All Sleepovers. I hate saying that freaking name. Like, and High A because it's so annoying. Like, but I don't know, man. I like Day at the Aquarium a lot. I don't know. I feel like this is a case where like I think the beginning of this episode, like of Day at the Aquarium, and at the end are really strong. But the middle is like good, but like that's it. It's good. I like it. I would put it in S though. You know, like I feel like you'd have to put it at least not mid A, like high A, but not S though. I don't know. Again, like I feel like if you're gonna put that in S, like you have to put other episodes in there too. Like I don't know.
All right, I fought for an S, but I'll settle for an A. But I think Day of the Aquarium, like it's
Yeah.
up there. It's up there. Like you said, Impact. Like
Yeah.
beginning is great. Like even the middle, it's still like the aquarium thing becomes like very
Important later. That's true.
and
That's
like
true.
and I
That's a
like how
good
the show
point.
like values season one.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then that the ending is like super like this episode
Um.
was like a test to say goodbye. It's like it's preparing us. I just that's why I like the sleepover and all the sleepovers. There's a lot of like world building castle stuff that I really
Setup.
like. Yeah, a lot of great setup. But
Yeah.
and Olivia and Yunan kind of just like treads that same kind of ground again later on. But I think like an episode like
Well, there, Olivia and Yunan is like. Well, at least with Olivia and Yunan, it's like actually like because
explaining.
Sleepover and no sleep. Yeah, and then Olivia and Yunan is like the payoff to it. So it's like, yeah, you know what? Fine, we could put the aquarium in low S for right now, just
Oh, I was gonna put it in high A.
for now. Oh, I mean, I think the more you're saying it, I'm like, okay, wait, no, this does matter to like a ton of the show.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
allow it. Okay.
This could change later on. Like that's why we're gonna
Yeah, it probably will,
whoever's
but
watching, like we have one recording just to like figure it all out. Like once we combine season 1, 2, and 3,
yeah.
it's gonna be a whole thing as well. Night Drivers, like low A or high B for me. Like this is
Wait, what?
okay.
Hold on.
I just because like the trips taking a toll on them. They're like they kind of help explain the passage of time by like having Hop Hop and Anne going nonstop. So that kind of like it doesn't break the like travel distance time stuff for me. I really liked how it's like kind of like a successor to Coraller's Past, but now like Sprig and Polly are both on the same page. Like that's not the conflict of the episode. It's them trying to take the wheel when Hop Hop and Anne are like out of the picture. I'll settle for okay, but now that I'm looking at it, I wouldn't say it's better than Fort in the Road. What do you,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this episode. Okay, like I think this episode is like
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
Like,
I don't
you can
like.
just
Yeah, like I don't think it's like I don't know, man. I was thinking C tier for this episode. I wasn't thinking A or B. Like I can't remember a single joke off the top of my head from this episode beyond like maybe the dream sequence with Anne, and that's about it. Like I don't
Zechariah
know. This
Nettles?
episode never really. I guess, but like, this episode, I don't know. When I come to this episode, when I'm rewatching Amphibia, I'm just like, okay. At least Return to Wartwood is next. That's my thought process on it.
Damn.
I wouldn't put it in B. Like, I would put it in C. I don't know. I do not like this episode. I find it really boring.
Nick, you're the. What's it gonna be?
What are you saying, Thumb? You're saying like A or something?
I would say like maybe high B.
I mean, this episode's not bad. Like I don't have any like problems with it. I'm never really like I'm bored with it. But I think, but again, I don't think there's anything too crazy going on between Sprig and Polly. Besides like again, we're getting meat on the bone. We've been dying to have since season 1. So I think I'm either gonna let myself say either B or C. But let me think. Let me because dang, was Impact also made a really good point. Like how many iconic jokes does this episode have? Right? Like how many bangers do we have in the comedy department here? I gotta think.
Like all the close-up frames, like when Zechariah shows up with the hook, and then Polly's like eyes are like super wide. Like
Like, I feel like every other episode in this season is funnier than this one. Like you could get screams out of it, like okay, but like like it's I, like it's it is C tier, like I can't put it any higher than that.
I gotta put it higher than Wax Museum. Or
higher than Wax Museum? Nah, no.
I'm realizing what I'm saying. I was like,
nah, ain't no way.
okay, it's gotta be better than Corley's. It's better than Corley's Pass. Yes, come on. This is.
I don't know. I think
Whoa! No!
I think Corliss Fast is very, very funny. I think it's a good other. I think let's put it below Corliss Fast. I'm gonna say that. That's where I think I stand.
Can we put it in B tier at least, like below Corley's Pass?
Yeah.
Fine,
Yep.
whatever. Like, still
We
deserves
can-
C tier.
Damn.
Okay, let's.
Honorary C tier.
I don't want to talk about it. Just Return to Warwood. Like, okay, this is. Okay, Return to Warwood.
Right.
Okay, we're all on the same page. Like, do I put
It's A.
high A or low S?
High A.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's a fair.
I think I'd put it.
More dub.
I think it's on.
Players.
I think it's on par with Handy Ann.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it feels like one of the most rewarding. Yeah, again, I think that's something that Phoebe really does good. Like, there's so many rewarding episodes this season. I feel like Return to Warwood feels like one of them. But I feel like I'm gonna see if we can edge it up to an S. I'm gonna say that. See if we can. We'll see that.
Do we?
All right.
Oh,
I'm not sure if. I think it's just the same as Handy Ann. I don't care if it's like a header behind it because I feel like it's in a good spot. I'm not too picky about that. I just think it's
above. I think above Handy Ann.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Shut-In. This is.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's really good. I think because I remember when we talked about how it's a nice introduction to the show for people, right? Like it's very. So I feel like at this point the family dynamic is even more figured out, and there's nothing really spoilery that happens here. There's, it's pretty. I don't know. Plus, it has like a lot of really good, cozy, and funny planter moments. I think like. I'm gonna say somewhere in A, but maybe in the lower end. I'm gonna say that.
Like, it's hard for me to judge this episode because I know whatever. Like, the Shut-In is canon now, but like the stories in it didn't actually happen. So it's like maybe it's a very. Like the stories themselves, like Anne's story did not happen. It's not.
Yeah.
Hop Up and Sprig. I really like.
You
Okay,
got
Sprig's story feels like Sprig and Hop Hop story feels like something that could happen in Amphibia, and I really liked it. It's like I just think it's like a solid B. Like I'm not too.
Yeah, I would. So for me, I put it high B. Um, I think that's a fair place for it. Yeah,
Like I wouldn't put it ahead of Ann Hunter.
that's yeah. I think that placement's fine. Like right, but I think it could go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right above it.
Ivy on the Run, like C. I'm not. I didn't.
Yeah, I
I
was
did.
thinking the same.
I didn't care for this episode that much. Like honestly, I wouldn't mind. Like
B?
no,
Like,
I was saying D. Like I'm not.
yeah.
whoa, chill,
Okay,
D
no,
tier
because
is too low.
once we get into these 2B, there's a couple 2B episodes that I'm kind of not.
You know, put that evil on Marcy though. Put that evil on Marcy. Put that,
Hold on now. Wait a
whoa,
minute.
put that evil on
We're
Marcy.
like D is where we should put this episode. Like
We
it's
got to redeem ourselves.
it sucks.
We got to.
I don't like. I just feel like
D.
I know it's them like getting us used to the townies like before we kind of like go to the new status quo. I just feel like this time could have been better spent on like something else.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Wait, Nick, what do you think about this episode?
Oh
Like,
shit! I didn't give a rating. C. That's the lowest I'll go, guys. I'm not going any lower. Don't put on D. That's too far. Like it has, dude. Muay Thai, and Muay Thai.
Oh my god! Like, but
oh yeah, but like that only shows up in this episode and never comes back ever again.
What,
Like,
what is it?
it's
She can
cool,
kick ass. It
but
proves
like,
she can fight. It proves she can fight.
does she ever use it? Like, do you
Yeah,
ever
of
see
course.
Anne use any Muay Thai when she's going Super Saiyan? No, right?
No.
Like,
I mean, it gives us
right?
a flashback. Don't we get a flashback to her mom again in
yeah,
this one?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's one
We
good
have-
joke out of like. I keep going, Nick.
I mean, there are good moments. I think Sprig and Ivy had good moments. Her and, yeah, it was nice to get some depth for relationship with her mother. Like I mean, again, I mean, again, I'm not putting this on B or A. I'm just saying like I don't think this is like a D tier episode. I think. Come on, are we gonna say Truck Stop Polly is better than it? Can we really say?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Really?
They did the dumb
Yeah.
bug phone thing where it's like,
Yeah.
like literally, they didn't have to like. You know how they did that thing where like Felicia's calling Ivy. It's like, what's the point of that? Like I get Amphibia using bugs as like substitute for tech, but that was just like what was?
Well, like it broke the lore.
Oh my god!
I mean,
I'm such a.
I don't
such an
mind
insult.
that part.
What? Oh, what me? My bad. I was just like, oh, it broke the
That
lore.
part I don't mind.
You broke the lore of the story.
Like,
I can't do it. It's a D tier episode. But that's what I am right now. Oh no.
No, also, yeah. Look at what Chuck's
No,
saying.
I
Yeah,
mean-
Ivy met her father. That's
Okay,
a D tier, at
the
least.
Wally theory. It's...
Yeah, the Wally theory, the birth of the Wally theory. Come on, like that's like
Oh, okay.
the birth of the Wally theory. That's
Yeah,
so
I don't
funny.
know. I mean, a part of me feels like the thing with the Muay Thai argument is that you could put it as a plot B in another episode, a better episode. Like, like,
Damn.
you know what I mean? Like, and plus, again, I wish we got more Muay Thai stuff out of Anne in general. Like, I know it's portrayed as like a martial art that's not, he's not like super duper skilled at, but like, I don't know. I wish we got.
If it came back in the
Slightly
finale,
more.
yeah, if it was relevant, like her sword training or something, like I would look back more fondly on this episode. But like, it's not even. There's more Lotus imagery in season 3 than there is of like any mention of Anne Muay Thai. Like that's.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, after the rain,
All right.
B, at least B. Come on.
And you got revenge.
I was gonna
Jeez.
put it in A. I was gonna put
Oh,
it in
okay. You
A.
want to put it in A? Okay, no, no,
Okay.
it's going. Like, okay, I would
Oh,
say
whoa.
it's low
Yeah.
A.
You just what? That's too
Yeah.
high.
Like a B.
That's too
All
high.
right, Nick. You go. What do you mean
I
by that?
mean, I mean, there's a lot of awkward moments in this episode. I think like a lot of the emotional scenes, especially in the beginning, kind of fall flat. And then I don't know. Then Sprig and Polly take over the episode. We don't really get any moments between Anne and Hop Hop after that. I mean, I think got it. Yeah, I still remember. Yeah, when Anne's alone in the woods, after she runs away, it's just gag after gag, and it just we're not seeping. And we're not seeping in the betrayal that much. Instead, it just feels like a regular. No, it almost feels like a regular funny episode of Amphibia until they lock in at the end again. Like I'm sorry, for me, yeah, it kind of kills the vibe of the episode. I think this. I can't go around saying this is going to be higher than.
Like,
You know,
okay, I get it,
I'm
but it's
saying
like I,
CRB,
I did
CRB
not
for
like that the crabs took the box out. Like, I know it's not the point of it.
Yeah.
I still think you could have done the same kind of conflict even with the box buried. But like, it's still a solid episode with Anne, like, and Hop Pop's like characterization. Like, you understand his motivation for it. It's not deep, but it's not supposed to be like deep in terms of like the lore or the plot of the story. Like, it's not some crazy like revelation, but like I do think it's like it's good characterization for like Hop Hop and like why he did it and his like fears behind it. Like it's got to be like solid B at least. Like, but and it could be an A. It could have been A, but yeah, I do think that like just how the box was handled, I think kind of brings it down for me.
I think that's a good point. I think
low B,
something
lowest and B. That's I compromise lowest and B.
I I think one of my problems with this episode, I think Nick, you made a good point where I wish okay, I wish the drama between Anne and Hop Pop was I think it's taken more seriously in First Temple than it is in this episode. Like I feel like it loses a lot of the drama that I feel like I feel like the girls always have like the stakes always feel high for them. They make a mistake or mess up or whatever that's going on in their relationship. I kind of wish that was more of the case with Anne and Hop Pop in this episode. Like the show stopped joking and like took it very seriously. But the tone doesn't really work with it. Like it it's not taking Anne like seeing Hop Pop lie to her as like this big moment in the character's piece.
Yep.
That makes sense. And I think that it's joking. Like it like let the moment play. Because it kind of feels like Anne like the way it's joking around with it, it almost feels like Anne shouldn't even run away.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it feels like she should just stay and be upset at Hot Pop. Like
Yeah.
more than her just leaving straight up. And then damn, man, making me think lower this episode now. So we put in A. Yeah, I agree. Like,
I
I
cooked
think
you
lower
hard.
B is pretty
I cooked you
fair. Like, no, I can't hear you, yo.
Oh, sorry. It's still B. It's
He punched a wall. You guys can hear, but he punched the wall. Just a
like
hole in there.
I think it's still better than the planner's check-in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. We could discuss further later.
Further, okay. Well, we'll take it further. We'll take it further.
Whoa.
Okay, First Temple is high S.
Yeah, this be S tier. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think it's high S. Like it was already an S tier
Are we
episode.
putting it above Marcy at the Gates?
I would. No, like okay.
I would,
No, it's
yeah.
no, it's already a Marcy. Like good characterization for Marcy, good characterization
Yeah.
for Hop Hop and Anne. It's already an S tier episode, and then like the
Yeah.
last minute of the episode is just S plus tier.
Yeah, chills.
What? Whoa.
Okay.
Imp-
Well, I feel like this is gonna be a situation I gotta think about later when
All
we
right.
put True
We'll
Colors
think further.
on there. But gonna
We'll deliberate.
Oh, okay. As long as it still
mean,
stays
I
an S, I'm fine with that. But
Oh, I'm just joking. I think Impact's the one that has the thing. I say that, but okay, I guess you'll have thoughts later. But
if I want to
this
talk about
next
the
one.
core, but but okay, we'll talk about it when we get there. But New Wartwood, C tier.
I'm gonna
What?
say
Okay, hold on.
this is my
You
dog.
guys
I'm
are
saying D tier. D tier. All revenge.
You guys are crazy. What? no. You guys
Like-
are crazy. D tier? No way. No way.
I
Chuck Stop Polly is better than this episode.
C or D.
Like-
C or D.
No.
Okay, look, because like
Nah, you guys are crazy.
like everything like it's so like I'm gonna get so much shit for this. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like because like with the I like the beginning. I do like how like Marcy wants to feel like she belongs in Wartwood, and then like she's doing all right with Anne, and then like the moment Toadstool enters the picture, I feel like the whole thing like it feels so shallow. Like it feels like you don't even get like she wants to get the townsfolk to like her, and then like it feels like everything kind of just gets like this gets everything gets gentrified when Marcy makes New Warwood, which I get is the point, but it feels like it wasn't trying to make that point. It was just like one reference to like, oh, like the town can only like accept this amount of weight before it starts to sink, and like Marcy kind of bringing in her Newtopia stuff and gentrifying Wartwood. It should feel like something the show should address, but they don't. So any reference to me kind of like saying like, oh, it's about like Marcy bringing this stuff in, and
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Like-
I'm curious.
like,
Like, do you mean like
Marcy was trying to make
like-
Warwood something it wasn't, and she was kind of just like,
yes?
but it doesn't even
Yeah.
address that. It just talks about how Marcy's like, oh, I just wanted the town to like me, but it's like it doesn't go into like why it didn't work, and don't even get the townsfolk's reaction to like they just say like something like, oh, it took a while for Anne to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for Anne to
no, that's
accept
practical.
us. Yeah,
I feel like that's I don't know. I feel like Marcy forcing Wartwood fit a mentality of how she thought of Amphibia and she liked seems pretty like I don't know. That does seem like a pretty important character beat. She does the same thing to Anne and Sasha too. That's something to keep in mind as well. So like I don't know. I feel like I guess it's not a dress. Like I don't know. I feel like it establishes a character flaw that gets resolved later for the character. I'm not exactly like I don't know what the town folks was supposed to say. Like is like what is Miss Croker supposed to say? Like Marcy, you gentrified Wartwood. What are you doing? Like I'm
like
like
No.
I don't feel like it establishes a pretty important flaw. So I think like which gets again addressed later. So like I don't know. I wouldn't put it in D. I wouldn't put it in C. I feel like if you're gonna put it anywhere, maybe low B. But I don't think it's shallow. I
Oh,
think it is
nice.
the important character flaw of Marcy, which comes back multiple times.
I know,
So,
but
like,
it's like I
I don't
don't. I
No,
just
I mean, if I can say anything, I think there's I think I agree. I think I see where their thumb's coming from because I do feel like the story just kind of gets boring. Like right, like as soon as like Toadstool and Marcy just have her, you know what I mean. As soon as Toadstool shows up and that scene ends, after that it's kind of just like like it's like, all right, we know where this is going. This is about to blow up in Marcy's face, and it kind of just blows up in Marcy's face, and then they save the day, and it's kind of just like, okay, you know what I mean? And there's like, I don't know, like nothing really feels that dynamic with the story at all. It's kind of just feels like it's like, oh, yeah, the pieces are falling and it's
I
over.
would say one thing that messes this up. I wish Anne was a little more like
Involved.
not even involved, because she is involved. I think it's
Oh.
more like I wish she told Marcy a little more, like for what she did. I think that would be fair. Because something fun in this episode is that Anne gets to be the voice of reason again. That happened in Return to Wartwood 2. She's like this now with Marcy, which is a fun kind of role reversal of their dynamic anyway. Because Marcy was always a smart one, solving problems, blah blah blah. So I like that Anne has like the right intuition for once, but Marcy actively he does ignore what Anne has to say, like to a certain degree. So I don't know. I think it gives enough character beats, and I feel like I do think to a certain point they could address it, but I feel like Marcy's kind of a character who sometimes doesn't think about the consequences of her actions a bit, and again that comes back to bite her later, or doesn't consider other people's perspectives when making a decision, which comes back later. So like. I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking low B. I don't think C, man. I think that's mad unfair. You're not going under truck stop Polly. That's crazy.
Nah, I mean,
like,
we thought we could outrank.
no way.
We could outrank him. We could not outrank. We could outnumber him. But like,
Ah.
we could put low C. Low
C, yeah. Low C.
Whatever. Okay. Whatever. The fandom knows I'm right. There's no way it's under truck stop Polly. Like, I got the fandom on my side on that one. Come on now. Ridiculous.
I don't know.
The fandom ain't here right now.
Yeah, they're here to back you up.
Oh,
Comment section got me on that one. Come on, guys.
That was a tough one for impact. Friend or Frobo? I think it's a B. Somewhere in B.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just say B. Just because I don't want any more plangers than C. But like, yeah, I think if someone was just like, no, this shit is mid, that thing goes in C. I would not have the strongest argument.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna say
it's a case by case basis. But like Friend or Frobo, I think it's.
I
think before,
B.
like, between Planners Check-In and After the Rain.
Yeah. Let's. I agree. B.
I think it's like a solid B with Frodo and Polly. Toadstool Redemption. This was a sleeper
Toadstool
episode. Yeah, like we.
That's B. That's B or A for me. B.
The bog and the bog not coming back pissed me off, but it was still a solid episode with how far like Toadstools came. Like,
yeah,
I would say high B, maybe low A.
I'd say low A.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say low A.
I would say like maybe better than Lost in Utopia.
Now hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, now we gotta think.
Okay, I don't.
I gotta think about that.
So, but you guys still think low A? Because I would just put it at the end. I'm not.
You know what? No, yeah, put it higher than Lost in Utopia. I to think about that, but yeah, that's a fair placement to put it. Like right there. There you go.
Maddie and Marcy, D tier.
D.
Okay, this is not a Marcy episode. Okay, who like it goes to Maddie's.
It's not. But like,
what?
Come on,
what?
guys. D tier.
Yeah.
At least put it in C. Like, oh my god.
Like it's not even.
This episode's mid too, but D.
It's not even a Maddie episode.
What?
Like what kind? Like.
We'll put it in C tier, but it has to go above New Wartwood. That's the only their.
No, it's not going
like
above New Wartwood. It's like.
I mean, it has that really.
Okay, I get.
I don't know.
It's not. I mean, it shouldn't be there to begin with.
Okay,
Like,
I get.
New Wartwood should be to begin with. But.
I get it's supposed to be like where we want to like see a bit more of the townsfolk before like we go to Earth, but it's like it's not not about Marcy. It's it's about Maddie and her sisters,
Maddie,
but
really,
yeah. Maddie's sisters, like I don't care. Like we're in like the second half of season 2, like it's not even a Maddie and Marcy. Like they have like a montage together, but like that's about it. Like it doesn't like D tier. Like I would put it below Ivy on the Run. At least Ivy on the Run, it's like her motivation is like based on like
all right,
spring.
Fine. Put it above Ivy.
No, I would put it below Ivy on the Run because at least Ivy has like the motivation. Like her, no, because her motivation to like leaving in the first place is because of Sprig's adventures outside of Wartwood. So like at least like like that episode was caused like by our main cast doing stuff, and it like trickles down into like the secondary characters. Like Maddie and Marcy is like Maddie's sisters want to play and just okay. Like
so for me with Maddie and Marcy, I agree. I think this episode is always just talked about in potential. It's never really talked about as like an actual episode. Like if someone shows like, oh man, like I wish we got more of Maddie and Marcy, it's not because of this episode, it's because the idea of the episode itself. So like I don't know, man. I feel like a part of me just wants to put it in over on the Run though. Like that episode sucks. Like, at least put it above there, and I'm fine with it. Like
Nick,
I mean
below Ivy on the Run.
Above.
Yeah, I'm just like the revenge would be so good. The revenge would be so good. I mean, yeah, because again, like my only argument for it is that I think the montage between Matt, again, like that first half is really good. Like Maddie, when it actually is Maddie and Marcy, it's really good. Like can't even cap about that. Like that montage. I still remember seeing that promo for the first
fun.
time.
Yeah.
It was like that really made me into the episode, but then the rest of the episode happened. But I'm here for blood. Let's put it below.
There we go. Okay.
The worst episode of this season. I swear. Yo.
It's the facts.
Okay. The second temple.
It is gonna be the worst of the season because oh my god.
The second temple.
Whatever.
Like I'll fight for an S tier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would say it's better than a Day at the Aquarium, just because like, actually, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I just Valeriana comes back, like all of Anne's best traits on display, and then it kind of hits you with like the flashback to who Anne was before, and like Anne like having that introspective. Like I think it's above Day at the Aquarium, below Marcy at the Gates.
Yeah.
Nick, you go with that?
I'll agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah.
Barrel's Warhammer, just below. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Let me fix that. Okay.
That can go below Anne. Put it below. Put it below second time.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
It's like calm down, Sasha. Stay down. See.
Bessie and Michelangelo.
That's a cute episode.
Cute episode, like somewhere in B.
Somewhere in B.
Yeah, I would put it low B.
Yeah, I think just ending the chest plate, like, and her having her like
having that good ass moment.
Yeah, that best self stuff. Like, I'd put it above like Planner's Check-In. Maybe. Yeah, I think solid B. Like, I think I would put it above Planner's Check-In.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
The third temple. I
Um,
I think it's an A episode.
uh,
No.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah,
actually,
someone
I'm
could
gonna be
argue.
honest, huh?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I agree with Thumb. It's A, but like, so, but if you argue me out, if you could argue me out of this one, like, if you say it's lower, I'd be like, okay.
So I think Third Temple is like I think Third Temple is one of those Sasha episodes that just like it just needed to be like an extra few minutes. I don't know.
Agreed.
I kind of feel like I want to put this episode actually in like high B and not A. Like I like this episode a lot, but I'm like I don't. Nah, you know what? Low A. I
Yeah,
think
I still
that's
think it's
a
low A.
better place than.
I think it's above Total Redemption.
Yeah, that was a cold open, which yeah, had a
Yeah,
very cool, it
yeah,
had a very cool open.
yeah.
So I think,
Like,
yeah,
I would honestly
yeah.
okay.
I
The more if I'm more forgiving with it, I think I'd put it right behind or above Scavenger Hunt. There we go.
I'm
I
fine
think
with
that would
that.
be fair.
I'm fine with that. I still think it's a really solid episode for Sasha and like her like meeting up with the girls again. I do think it's all done well. It just feels a little like it didn't give that same kind of like high as the first temple and even the second temple. Like it didn't feel
Yeah,
like Sasha, maybe because we know Sasha's still like kind of like struggling between the two, like but her just completing that challenge didn't feel as rewarding as the other temples.
it's like Marcy
Yeah.
and yeah, I think with it too, it feels like I kind of feel like the third temple gets completed because we need to move the plot forward and not because it's a major beat in Sasha's
Hmm.
character kind of
Mm,
vibe with it. So
yeah, I
like
agree. Yeah, yeah, agreed.
like if they really wanted to like let's say third temple didn't need to be completed, right? We wouldn't have done it. Like if this the plot the MacGuffin didn't need to be like handled at this point, we wouldn't have gone to the third temple for Sasha. It wouldn't have been a character beat. We would have gone straight to the dinner, or maybe had another episode that was more interesting.
Hmm.
Um, but if anything, probably like if that was the case, third temple would be like turning point or something. But it'd be completely different. Obviously, you have to write it entirely differently. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I agree. I'm fine with where it is right now. But the dinner, like,
hmm,
I,
this
I
is a great
yeah, it
episode,
was
but
a
I
great.
don't know where to put it.
I do, I do think it's better than Hopping. Maybe I'm thinking mostly about the comedy, because
The dinner is like my favorite episode of the show, so it's like wait, no, that's not true. I gotta think about that again. But it's definitely up there. Um I don't know, because I feel like Biases is like this episode is mad funny. Like I think out of all the episodes in the show, there's like joke after joke after joke after joke, and they all land really well. Like
like these last three
hmm,
segments are like are really good. I think okay. I think the dinner.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
somewhere between Handy Ann and Return to Wartwood.
Hmm.
I think it's up
I
there.
think yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
definitely is. Like, yeah, these
Yeah,
last two.
yeah.
Okay.
Like even I would put it ahead of Return to
I'll
Wartwood.
settle. Alright. Yeah,
You go with that, Nick?
I can agree with that.
Only because the plans are there. That's how that's how I'm convincing myself not betraying them.
All right.
Plans are there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Battle of the Bands, low S.
That's also a low S. Yeah, I was gonna put it high A, but low S is pretty good too.
Nick?
I'm just like, yeah, this is on the same. I mean, you know what I mean? And we got our girl, and we got some good moments with the trio beefing. We got oh yeah, Warwood's final photo. Yeah, all that's really good. You know what I mean? Low A, low S, but I think it has to be the lowest. I think it has to be the lowest.
Yeah, I think I think, yeah, at least for season 2, Lois is here, yeah.
And True
And
Colors,
then True
like,
Colors and S.
yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
we can
yeah,
put on the
like that's not
Where'd it go?
we can go and
put on the top.
Wait,
yeah, where'd it
Where'd it
go?
go?
One to the season 1
It's
list.
beyond S tier, yo.
I'm trying to find.
So,
Oh, there it is. Okay, let me bring it back.
There it is. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
there we go.
Okay, so are we gonna work our way down or work our way up? How are we?
Let's work our way down because I think S is fine
I think S is fine. Yeah.
where we have it. I would, yeah, S is fine. I think A is.
Yeah, maybe that could use some adjusting. I mean, let me just think. I mean, well, honestly, I'm fine with the sleepover then all sleepovers being S, because I think it feels like a very unique episode, like a lot of damn good moments. Yeah, it's very
Honestly,
fun.
yeah,
A lot of good lore.
you could put it
Like,
in low S.
yeah, it's nice seeing Paul. Yeah, because it feels like Polly and Sprig. Yeah, it's like now it feels like they had two sisters now. You know, I mean, two older sisters. So yeah, it's a really damn good episode. Yeah, but then now it's Sasha episodes like the top. Hey, we can't the agenda on the agenda. We're turning the war on to high end. Oh wait, no, it's already masked. Never mind. No,
It's already in there, yeah, but like,
um,
Catcher's right up
Like,
top
do we think Toadcatcher's the best
where
A
it
tier
should be.
episode?
I mean, let me review
Yes.
because you said Return the War where that's an S, right? Or is that
No,
an
Return to
A?
Wartwood's an A.
Oh, put it on the top. The agenda must be missing.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
So where
Like,
is it? Where is
I
it?
feel
Yeah, there
like
is. Be a top A.
Like,
The agenda.
I'm fine
hold
with.
on. No, hold on. No catcher should say a top A. Like, no. I feel like, at least in my, like, I don't know.
I'd put Dinner ahead of
Maybe.
Toadcatcher, but I feel like Toadcatcher has a lot more like relevant plot stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like
not
the
bad.
Dinner's a lot of like
Okay,
character
there we
work,
go.
but like, I mean, the Dinner's working with a lot of characters and succeeding. Toadcatcher's mostly Sasha and Grime.
That's true,
So like,
but I mean, like, I don't think that's a knack against it.
no,
Even like the dinner, kind of like Marcy's in it, but not really. Like she has like what, like one joke in that episode, and then that's about it. So like, I mean, that's not even a dig against the dinner either. Like, so I don't know. I would like the comedy aspect. I would give the dinner for sure, but like, I don't know. I think Toadcatcher deserves top A. Like, I think it's fine. If anything, like, there's an argument you could put Handy and maybe lower, maybe swap Hopping Wall's position with it. Other than that,
no,
I
I'd
think
keep
that's
Handy
fine.
and where it is.
That's fair. Okay.
What do you think?
Um,
Because I don't really have any objections to the ordering here. I think everything's
Like
pretty.
A tier, I'm
Yeah.
fine with. B tier,
Maybe again we got to rethink a little bit.
I-
mean, because we have.
like what I want, like what I wanted is like I had to take a couple of L's, but like I think
Couple of L's, yeah.
I, I don't. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm fine with the ordering here. Yeah. Yeah. This looks fine.
I feel like maybe a part of me wants like, and I feel like I'm just gonna say it. I think Night Driver should be in C, man. Like at least top of C. I don't think it deserves to be in B. To be honest
Ooh.
with you, like,
Well, I mean,
can we just put it
Bob-
in C, please? Like,
Yeah, I mean. Some. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Why me?
You have the final. I mean, I'm getting. Remember, I was malleable on this episode.
if we don't want to, I don't mind. I just feel like it deserves to be in C. Like,
Yeah, because I was very malleable on this one. I was just like, I mean, well, wait. Yeah, actually, yeah, Night Drivers was the one I was very malleable with. Let me, yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave it up to you. You have to like,
I'm keeping
you have to
it.
have a strong.
I'm keeping it low B.
Whoa. Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I,
I
I
just
still
like the
think
idea
that
that there's
deserves
something
C.
scary in Amphibia that's not out to kill them, like Zechariah Nettles, the friendly ghost.
That is, yeah, that is nice.
All right, that's fair. That's
And the
fair.
sun
It
ghost.
still sucks, but you know.
Damn.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll let it. I'll just let it roll off. Just let it roll off. C tier, stay the way it is.
Yeah, I agree. The agenda.
L. L. Ridiculous. No way Shark Stop Polly is better than New Wartwood. That's still crazy. I'll take, honestly.
Maintaining the agenda.
Okay, but remember when? Okay,
Complete L.
remember when Polly's in the truck stop with like Soggy Joe and the others, and it's like the truck drivers are all like very like well-adjusted people that kind of break
Yeah, it was,
down the issues that Polly's having, and I feel like that's very applicable to like the entire all the issues between the trio girls in general. Like one of them was about like abandonment, and like, I'm trying to remember the exact quote, like the exact lines they said, but I felt like each of them was like very applicable to like that conflict. I just really liked that maturity, that wisdom, or that kind of like I just like those lines in a segment like this.
All right. I mean, I mean, I still feel like it still shouldn't be higher than New Warwood. Come on, at least put it at like.
Don't you can use your veto at the end. Don't worry.
Come on.
oh damn. Like,
But like, I'm not gonna use it on this
Not-
episode. Like, like there's bigger fish to fry. But I'm like, come on now. Like, at least put it at least. If you put it on top of C, I would be at least mildly okay. Like, come on. Like, putting it all the way at the back of C. Like, come on now.
Oh, Chuck got the line from Soggy Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck. I can prove a point.
yeah, he got his. Yeah, Soggy Joe's friend got their
Okay.
PhD. That's crazy.
Wait, no, go back, Chuck. I need to see the the important part. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, like you're homesick, trying to compensate by recreating a home-like environment through familiar activities. What
Oh
else?
God.
Without taking into
Okay.
consideration the inability of your family to provide comfort at this juncture. And then also sounds like you have a problem revealing vulnerability even to those closest to you. It's like that is like an S tier line in a C tier episode, which I'm fine with that, but New Warwick can't top that.
Man, then like, why does friggin' school get the beat over here? Like, it,
Because it was a
like,
better
why is
episode
it
in general
above-
overall.
Alright. I feel like Battle to Hop at the Planter, like, whatever. Just keep it.
We're fine with D tier, right?
Speaking low C. Whatever. Yeah, sure. Okay. I still think Ivy on the Run should be the worst episode. It should still be the worst episode this season.
Oh,
Like,
nah.
come on.
Oh.
Come on. I get Maddie and Marcy being in D. I'll accept that. Fine. All right. It's an episode in concept, not in execution. Fair. All right. But like, Ivy on the Run just sucks. Like, like, come on.
Damn. Is that episode really that bad? Like, I'm like, it was a fun. It was
It's not that
serviceable.
like Amphibia standard. It's not that bad. It's like in a regular cartoon, it's a good episode. But like we're talking about Amphibia, there's a difference. Like, you know, I don't know. I still think again, Maddie and Marcy should at least be the second worst, the second worst episode. Like, that I would be cool with.
I think with that we can kind of conclude this week's recording.
All right.
You got your vetoes. Don't worry. I don't know where I'm going to
Yeah.
use my veto yet. I have to
Yeah.
pick which one deserves it the most. But thanks, guys, for coming on, and it was nice arguing with you guys. I really enjoyed it. I think this is the definitive tier list.
It's like a long policy statement.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you guys. See you guys next time where we cover the season 3 tier list. But
Peace, y'all.
until then, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Peace, everybody. Have a good one.